Hi guys, Down100 here again, bringing you another video of my Lotro Let's Play series. Now before we start on our adventures, we're going to open the Hobbit presents. So basically the Hobbit gifts are chances at getting rewards. So the silver one is a daily reward. If you're a VIP, you get a gold present every week. But if you're not VIP, then you buy them with mithril tokens, I believe. So open our silver one first. Yeah, so just a bit of rubbish there. And the gold one. Ah, that's not too bad. So you get a gold present once per account, so you can't open like one per character. You have to open it once a week. Right then, let's get started. So last time we finished prologue quests and finished the intro quest, and now we are in the starting area. In Foreign's Gate. So let's start this quest.
I have come to offer my service to this party members.
Right, so Nos Grimsong says, "Here we are, as Dwalin bid, standing amongst this party of elves who arrived when we did. But now what? Who should we talk to? That fellow over there, the dark-haired one, looks to be the leader of this company. Dwalin sent us to find out why they are here, and if we may be of any assistance to them. You are the more courteous dwarf, Warwick. Go on, speak to that tall fellow. Do you think he speaks the common tongue?" Let's ready to speak to Elladan, one of Elrond's sons.
It is interesting that the dwarves arrived when we did, though we came for different purposes.
So the rewards here, so you get some money here, 1 silver, 60 gold, 60 copper, sorry. And you can choose one clothing. So you got light armor, medium armor, and heavy armor. So because I'm a guardian, I'm going to choose the heavy armor chestplate. But first let's read through the quest description. So Elladan says, "Hail, friend dwarf. I was not aware that Dwalin, a former guest of my father's, had come hither as well. Perhaps our two guests are not unrelated. I and my brother Elrahir have come to investigate a dream my father had. Evil stirs, or it will if we are too late. You have been to this area more recently than we. It has been many long years since last these elves were in Edhelion, their ruined home of old. Perhaps you can help us with your knowledge of these halls." So you just press finish now. Level up.
His dreams and foretellings do not often stray from the mark.
So Elladan says, "My father is great among the wise, and his dreams and foretellings do not often stray from the mark. These are the words he imparted to me. Blood-red footsteps upon snow-coloured black, where the Dour King walks to take back his throne and finish what was begun. I am no riddle master, but some of the elves in my company have skill in solving such things. Come, let us speak with the riddle masters Merathan and Dorolas, for Dorolas bade us come here. Hopefully they know where to start looking." So there's the objective. Seek Merathan's insight on the riddle of Elrond's dream, and 90 copper coins is our reward. And we get to choose one of these when we're done. So the skills we get for being level 2 are shield swipe, attack with both weapon and shield, requires a block response, so basically you've got to block an attack before you can use this. So it's 2 attacks, one with your sword, which is 30 common damage, and one with your shield, which is 69 common damage. Put that up there. And retaliation is a skill which you use after you've parried an attack, which is 8 to 10 main hand damage. So let's go and speak to Merathan.
What do you make of this riddle?
So Merathan says, "May Gavalin, I am here to help solve the riddle that is Elrond's dream. Look yonder, Rorick. Thorin's Hall belches smoke and soot, and the white snow of the mountain is black. It touches the floor of the valley upon snow-coloured black. What do you think? It is rather literal for a riddle." The next objective, seek Dorolas's insight on the riddle of Elrond's dream. Marathon notes that the snow in the valley below is black from soot, and is likely the black snow in our stream. Okay, so let's go and speak to Doralass. So the map here is basically the crest ring on the map is your objective, and also you've got crest rings which are missions which are available. These are vendors, armor smiths and such. Scrolls are trainers. So if you see here, filters, here is all of the filters here, which is available on your minimap. So you can clear all, or select all, or just pick ones which you want. So you right click, filter, and there you are. Right, so let's speak to Doralass now.
I was the one who led the party here, but there is a slight flaw in my thinking.
So Doralass thinks, Doralass says, I was the one who led the party here, for I believe the Dow King is none other than Skorgrim, king of the Dow Hands of old. There is only one problem with my logic. Skorgrim has been dead for many long years. He died here when he tried to raid Hellion for elven relics that he believed would ensure his immortality. I hope I have not led the party astray, but my heart tells me Skorgrim is part of this story. So we need to talk to Eladan again. So Doralass believes that Skorgrim is the Dow King in Auron's dream.
Why did Doralass lead us here?
Skorgrim is dead.
So we're gonna pick the heavy armoured gloves. So Doralass led us here because he believes that Skorgrim is the Dow King in my father's dream. Had I known, I would never have let this party be led here. Skorgrim is dead, my father watched him die. But Marathon believes she has found a piece of the puzzle. The black snow dirtied from the Dowerhand's slovenly stewardship of these halls. I will permit the investigation to continue, but I am very sceptical and disappointed in Doralass's judgment. So just put the chest plate and gloves on. So that armour looks a lot better than before. Right, so Eladan says, whether Doralass was right or wrong in leading us here, my heart warns me that danger is near, as is often the case with the wide world of late. Before getting started, everyone should be prepared. You are a guardian, as I can see plainly, but have you mastered your skills? I fear that you will be tested as a warrior in these harsh mountains. You should speak with your trainer to make sure you are ready for what lies ahead. So we need to talk to the trainer talk to the guardian trainer nearby. We get the 42 copper. So the trainer is here. Yeah. So training. So basically, the trainer is telling us that she can help us learn more skills, and she's telling us how to. We react on reactive skills. We rely on reactive skills, and we generate threats. Shield swipe that requires that the guardian block and come attack. And we need to use the training dummies. So we need to strike the training dummy with shield swipe. So for that we get a decent shield, which is much better than the one we have now, and a blade, or an axe or a mace. I usually go for axes with guardians, but you can choose whichever one you like. So let's start some combats. And shield swipe. There we are, done. So you can't finish a quest when you're in combat. So say if I try and finish it, you can't advance this quest while in combat. So just remember that's a handy little tip there. So she says, good work, good Warwick. I think you'll be an excellent guardian someday. You should return now to Eladan. I believe he wishes to begin the investigation. So I'm going to pick the axe and finish now. So I'm going to equip the new shield and the new axe, and we are going to carry on. Speak to Eladan again. I need to sort my bags out.
You have a true warrior's heart.
Well done, Rorik. You have a true warrior's heart. Learning the ways of a guardian throughout your life is not an easy feat, but it is rewarding. So we can finish now. Let's just talk about the Lotro store, which is down here. So your stuff in the Lotro store. You can buy turbine points up here, and you've got all of your items here. So account items like map packs, upgrades, expansions, stuff like that. character, so getting character renames or character upgrades, cosmetics, dyes and such, housing, so house decorations, maps and skills, crafting components, buffs, legendary items. You won't need that till about level 50, 55. Mounts and war steeds, they're in Rohan, and featured items. So yeah. I will give Dorala's theory a chance since we are here. Marathon is not unconvinced either. We should investigate the ruins of Hellion, the place where Skorgrim fell, to ensure that he is still dead. The elves watched him die, so if Skorgrim's grave is undisturbed, then the mystery will be even greater. So he's talked to Dorniel about her memories of Hellion. So let's go. So if we just go on the map here, this is the wide map. So if I just zoom out, here is the whole of Eriador. You have Rovanian, Eriador, Rohan, Gondor. Yeah, they're the only ones available so far. So Gondor is the newest areas which come out. So you got the Dead Marshes on the central Gondor, western Gondor. Then you have Mordor, and Osgiliath there, Minas Tirith. So the ones which are blanked out, these are not available yet. I'm hoping that Mordor will be available soon. Right, so let's carry on. Also, one thing, the quests are also colour coded on the main map. So if I go over the quest here, you can see that glowing there is a red. There'll be a red ring glowing there, so don't go over it again, and it's glowing. So I just walk towards that objective. I can change the colour as well. So yeah, it's pretty handy if you've got a lot of quests on at the same time.
I do not think I have the will to go back into that place.
So Dorniel says, I am lucky to be alive after the injuries I bore the day at Hellion fell. I do not think I have the will to go back into that place. It is only a shadow of its former glory now, only pain remains. So Dorniel was gravely hurt when Hellion was attacked, and many others died. So I'm going to talk to Nathriel, if that's how you say it, about her memories of Hellion. So Nathriel says, I was here when Hellion fell. I was a healer, but my strength in mending was not enough to mend the hurts caused by Skorgrim and his Dalhan warriors. I cannot return here without great sadness in my heart. It was such a needless war. He sought immortality in the relics we kept here, but found only death. So now we need to talk to Doringer about his memory of Skorgrim's death. You can only have 5 quests on the tracker at the same time. So if you have 5 quests already and then you accept another quest, one of the quests will be taken off of your tracker and that other one will be added on. So if you want your quest to stay on the tracker, even though it's got the maximum number on, even if you accept a quest, just press lock. So right click the blue square with the ring in and just click lock, then a light blue lock would appear there just under the tick. Alright, so here's Doringer.
How can I be of service?
It was across the bridge that brave Talion brought the library's walls down upon Skorgrim himself, thus putting an end to Skorgrim's lust for immortality. The walls smote them both as they crumbled, but that is a strange flower, one that I have never seen before. Is it familiar with you, dwarf?
Will you lend me your ear?
So we've just got some potions here. Hoping I won't have to use them, because I only usually use potions when I'm in dire need. Right, so let's have a look. So Doringer says, you're the dwarf that discovered Skorgrim's body some years ago, are you not? It was the ruined cellar of Hellion's library that you came upon, above which Skorgrim Dalhan fell to his doom after attacking my fair city. The mine is just down the mountainside from here. You should perhaps continue the search where it started, and see if his body lies preserved there still. For my part, I have no wish to look upon Skorgrim again. So we need to defeat pests as you see Skorgrim's body. We get 90 copper, and we get to choose one reward again. So, wrong way. It's this way. So, another thing which I was going to say was that what I was going to say was that this episode is going to last until the prologue, until we finish this area, finish the intro, and then we go into the wide world of Middle-earth, and we should start off in Thorin's Hall, I believe, and I'll end it there. So we've got to go through the entire intro first before we do that. So just go this way. Also, one other thing, I'm going to be leveling this character up, so I'm hopefully going to be doing about one episode every couple of days, if not one episode a day. If I don't make an episode in 2 days, then it'll be definitely the third day, which is my target, to make at least one episode within 3 days. So yeah. So we're almost there now. So the mine, we're almost there. Silver Deep Mine. So if you remember, we was here in the prologue before we came to this place. This is where we found Skorgrim's body before. Alright, so let's go under the mountain once again. So I need to kill pests. So just kill these guys. So pending loot, so that's this loot here. So just press loot all. So I have played Guardian before, and I played it for quite a while, till I got into 95, and then I made a new account and started a captain, and then I made my Bayoning, because the Bayoning class just came out, so I thought I'd give it a go. And then I thought, well, I might as well do a Let's Play with the Guardian, because I did really enjoy the Guardian when it first came out. So, when I first tried it. So I tried it then, which was pretty good. So I'll just go back to Eladan. But I believe this is the right way, if I can remember from before. Oh no, they've changed it, okay. So it's just back this way. So also, I'll give you a slight insight into the quest log while we're waiting. So the quest log will basically split your quests up into different types, into different categories. So you got the instruction quests here. There'd be all the first quests. But say if you're in Breland and you've got the epic quests, so you've got the book quests, like let's say Chapter 1, Book 7, and then you have just normal Breedland quests. So they'll be both in 2 different categories. So you have the epic quest in one category, you have Breedland quests in another category, and then you'll say have Lone Lands quests or North Downs quests, stuff like that. And also the NPC's colour. So the colour of the NPCs is based on what your level is. So if it's dark grey, they're basically about 10 levels under your level. If they're green, like a light green, then they are 7 levels under your level. Light blue, I believe it's about 3 or 4. Dark blue is 1 or 2, and white is the same level as you. Yellow is 1 or 2 levels above you. Then you have red, I believe, which is about 5 levels above you. Then purple, which is like 10 levels above you, and it's basically impossible for you to kill that guy.
May I help you? It is a fine little flower.
Right, so now I'm speaking to Eladan. So Eladan says, that is a violeta flower, and one I have not seen before. You say it grew where Skorgrim died, and where his body lay in death for all these years. Such magic is not common with dwarfs. His body has been moved, though we do not know where. It seems that the flowers follow him death. Perhaps that they will lead to his new grave.
Trail of flowers, leading a trail of blood through the snow.
So we'll put these new boots on. So Eladan says, a trail, Rorik. Red flowers leading a trail through the snow. Do you think these are the footprints of blood? Blood-red footsteps upon snow-coloured black, where the Dow King walks to take back his throne and finish what was begun. We have black snow, and the body of the Dow King has been moved, leaving the fell flowers as footprints. Something evil is at work here, and I am sure something evil was at work when he sought our relics for immortality. We must follow him again. My brother is scouted for signs as well. You seek him as you search. So we need to explore the gate at the Silver Deep Mines courtyard.
What can I do for you?
Let's go. So what we're looking for now is those flowers. The blood red flowers, which we saw when I was talking to Doranger about Adhelion. I believe there's a staircase leading down here, which I forgot about. Yes, there is. I thought so. There we go. So when you fall from great heights, like I'm about to now, you break your leg. So basically, when you break your leg, you lose a lot of speed. So it sets your run speed to like 60%. You got minus 6% war seed speed, but that doesn't really matter yet for me, so we're not going to do that. So if you're in combat, you'll be able to evade, parry and block. So that could be a problem for Guardians, because then we won't be able to do our reactive skills. So basically, if you fall from too high, you will die. But if you fall from just a short to medium distance, you will break your leg for a couple of seconds. Even though you can break your leg for up to about 40 seconds, I believe it is. So just a little bit of information there. So now we're just following the red flowers, which are said to be footprints to Skorgrim's grave. So we found another flower along the trail. I believe the other one's there. So just get this one first. Yeah, that's the one over there. Alright, so the next one's here. So we're just following these down the road. Oh, there's a dwarf there. And we want to speak to him. Trigwy. So the trail of flowers had led you to a dark dwarf keep.
Look what the Dow hands have done to this place.
So Trigwy says, Rorik, I did not expect to see you here. I asked to speak with the steward, and the Dow has directed me here. This was once a great storage house of Thorin's. I don't think I like what the Downhounds have done with the place.
Down yonder is Skorgrim, the stone appointed by Thorin before he left.
I heard one of the guards here talking. Down yonder is Gormr, the steward appointed by Thorin Oakenshield before he left. Gormr is the reason we have come, and the leader of this Downhound rabble you see all over the place. You are the well-spoken one in your party, Rorick. You might as well go speak with him and find out what he has done here, and why he has grown silent over the years. So he's taught to Gormr Dowsmith, steward of the Forest Hall. So at the start of our journey, when we first came here, before Forest Elf's journey, and when we had that disaster with the troll, Gormr Dowsmith was appointed to be the steward of Forest Hall, if you guys remember, if you've watched my previous video. If you haven't, then that'll give you a good insight on what happened before this. So, Gormr says, "Is that Rorick? It has been long indeed since we met. I remember you. You were the dwarf that discovered Skorgrim's body the day I discovered the relics where he sat. The Longbeards of Dwalin's party are not right welcome here, but you I might allow for your good deed. Do you like what I have done with the place? Welcome to Skorgrim's tomb." So basically, these guys have moved Skorgrim from his former resting place and put him in there. So yeah.
No one is to gain admittance to Skorgrim's tomb.
So Gormr says, "I'm afraid you have come here for nothing anyway, Rorick. No one is to gain admittance to Skorgrim's tomb. It is sacred ground and only descendants of Skorgrim, that is, the Downhounds, have leave to enter. You are more than welcome to pay your respects to our fallen king at his shrine, which is just east of here in the Rockbelly Pit. Skorgrim was a great king after all and deserved tribute. So just defeat bats in the Rockbelly Pit. So that's 0 out of 5. We get 9 copper, and we once again get to choose another piece of armour. So Bjarni, a tomb guard, needs to be turned for a quest. So Bjarni says, "Lord Gormr has told us that you were the one to first discover Skorgrim's body the day the Silverdeep mine nearly collapsed when Gormr took his stewardship. This has earned you a small amount of favour with us, even though your party of the Longbeards has come unbidden and welcome. We are having a commemoration of Skorgrim's many achievements as King of the Downhounds, but we need ritual stones, black as pitch. I was not able to find enough for everyone that plans to attend. They are a form of tribute to a Skorgrim King. You should make yourself useful and collect some more. They can be found in and around the Winterhide Cave east of here. So we need to collect black stones for the ritual of commemoration. And we get to choose one reward, so these are weapons. So I will be choosing the owned axe, which is 5.2 DPS compared to the 4.3 I have currently. So it's quite a big difference. So let's go into the Rockbelly Pit. Right. There's Blackstone. And there's a shrine to Skorgrim. It's quite intimidating, actually. Yes, that's what Skorgrim used to look like. So I need to kill these bats as well. Oh, got a new skill. Sweeping cut. A sweeping back and forth strike in a frontal arc. 2 attacks, 9 to 13 common damage main hand, and then 7 to 11 main hand common damage. So basically, this is a AoE skill, area of effect. So as you can see, its max target's 3, and then its radius 5 meters. So just leave that there. So go on a Blackstone. These bats are pretty easy to kill. So in the next episode, I should be able to show you guys how the crafting system works. Because I'm going to be choosing the armor. I'm going to be choosing the armorer crafter's profession, and I'll be showing you guys how all the crafting system works next episode, and I'll be giving you some more tutorial tips as well. Right, so I need to hand in these quests. So as you can probably tell, those quests were quite easy. Oh wait, oh no, we need to go back in there to visit the Shrine of Skorgrim. There it is. A menacing looking statue has been raised in the likeness of the Dowhands kings of old. Yes, it's quite a intimidating statue. Right. So let's hand in these quests. So Yanni.
These are the very stones we need.
So Bjarni says, these are the very stones we need. Not bad for a Longbeard. Lord Gormar was right. You are not our enemy. Your loyalty to the Dowhands will not be forgotten, Guardian. So we're going to pick up the axe, and we're going to equip that axe. He's put on that cloak as well. That cloak looks a bit stupid on us, but oh well.
What do you want?
So, Gormar says, so you walked in our shrine, did you? As you can see, the Dowhands' reverence of our fallen king is very great. The Longbeards and the elves do not understand such loyalty, so this was perhaps a good lesson for you. But do not go away just yet. I'm sure we can think of more tasks to occupy you while you trespass, eh, Rorik? So I'm going to pick the leggings, the heavy leggings. So I'm going to equip those. So we're beginning to look a bit more guardian-y now with our armour, so it's getting a bit better. So, Gormar says, would you like to be here to witness a ritual of commemoration of our fallen king? As steward of these halls, I welcome you to celebrate with us. It is not long now, in fact. I believe the preparations begin tonight. What say you, Rorik? Think on it, if you will. Return to me when you have decided. Just be sure you make the right decision. Ha, ho, ho. Run along now, friend. I have no more time for you. It will be a busy day for all my folk. So we need to talk to Dwalin and tell him our Gormar's plans for the ritual of Skorgrim. So let's just loot all that. So you see here, this guy's name is Red, which means he's quite high level compared to us. So he's level 10, we're level 4, but he somehow has less health than us, which is a bit strange. So yeah, but yeah, that's just a little insight on the ranking system. For any of you guys who were wondering, I will be doing a bit of PvP once I get to about level 30 or so. Right, so let's talk to Dwalin. Ah, Rorik, thank goodness you're back. Nos Grimsong sent me word that you were finding out what you could hear from the from the elves that settled up near the ruins. You spoke to Gormar as well, the traitor. Skorgrim is not the king of Thorin's Hall. This place belongs to Thorin's line. I have too much on my plate for the nonsense of the Dowhands and their strange rituals. Look, Rorik, since you went away, the doors of our party fell ill. So we've leveled up. We're now level 5, and we've gained a title. Rorik the Wary. So basically, we haven't been defeated until we get up to level 5. So we haven't been defeated yet. So basically, you get a title for level 5. Level 5. Level 5, level 10, level 14, and level 21, I believe. I think the last one's level 21. So I'll just make that active. Right, so they're basically deeds which you get when you don't die up to a certain level. They finish at level 21. So Dwalin says, look, all of these dwarves are sick, dying, I think. I can't do another thing until I figure out what we can do to help them. I don't even know what happened to make them ill. How can I hope to cure them if I don't know how they came by this plague? Those foul Dowhands have really let this place crumble. Thorin would be livid if he could see it now, full of poison and death. So our next objective is to examine patches of strange soil along the river. Oh, someone's just logged in, an elf lawmaster. And collect samples from sick bears. And for that we get an old ring and +2 copper. Oh, we got another quest here. Uno. So Uno says, have you seen the barrowhounds nearby, Rorik? The others think they are just bleat wild dogs, but I know better. They are no mere dogs. They are bar guests. In my travels some years ago, I once happened upon the most forsaken place I have ever seen. Dread filled me, and my voice died, and all was cold. The dogs there were the very same as these black, mournful beasts, with their eyes full of death. Why have they come to replace the lynx and wild oric herds that roamed here on Foreigners' Day? It does not make any sense. They must be driven off. And our rewards have been Knight's Copper and some heavy shield guards. And it's defeat Barghest in the fields and their friends' court. Right, and so let's kill some Barghests. So also on here, when they are say slay quests, so kill 10 orcs or so, when you hover over the quest like we did last time, it will glow, an area will glow. So an area of red, or an area with whatever colour you've chosen. So say here, if you can see a red circle glowing, that is our area. And here an orange backwards L glowing for that one. So another quick tip there. So let's kill these Barghests. So here these guys are light blue and dark blue, so they're basically a couple of levels behind us at the minute. Right, so we'll talk to Unar, then we'll head off to do the other quest, which we have.
Those dogs chill my heart.
Unar says, "Thank you, Warwick. Those dogs chill my heart. You did a good deed for these lands by driving them back. Perhaps someday the lynx and oryx will be able to return to these parts someday. I wonder why the wretched dogs began to settle here to begin with." So I'll just quit them. And click the shard guards. So basically, I'll only be reading the epic quests. So I'll be reading all these intro quests, and then I'll only be reading the book quests when we get into the Wild World of Middle-earth. I won't be reading the normal quests, I'll just be telling you guys what the objectives are. So now we've got to examine patches of strange soil along the river and collect samples from the sick bears. Oh, these bears look a bit horrid. So the flesh of this bear is already rancid, even though it's just died. So I think these bears are a bit messed up. So the soil has a foul odour and texture. It's quite a sickly sound when you pick it up. There we go, we've collected all the soil. Just need to kill 3 more bears. So I always do Guardian first because it boosts your parrying and blocking capabilities. So then it's easier to get these 2 retaliation skills here. Which deals more damage. So now we'll go back to Dwalin about the source of the dwarf's sickness. So I'm thinking it's some sort of disease. Or plague maybe. Which are coming from the bears. So these Dowhans are quite a nasty looking folk. So basically the dwarves are split into 2 different origins, so shall we say. So you have the Longbeards, which are here, so they're the good dwarfs, the friendly dwarfs. And then you've got the Dowhans, these dudes here, Dowhans, which are the bandity looking dwarfs, which don't have a very nice attitude. These guys, these Dowhans, are the evil dwarfs, which have descended from the evil King Skorgrim, which we are currently looking for. Who we are currently looking for, Skorgrim Dowerhand. Right, so Dwalin says, the soil along the river is foul, you say, so you think that the water that flows from the clean mountain springs is tainted by a putrid rot. And these bears, look, the meat is rotted even though they are fresh killed. This must be what has taken hold of the dwarves in my party. Many of my dwarves stopped at the river to fill their flasks. No wonder they are sick. What can we do? So we get an old ring, which gives us 1 might. So stats for the dwarves, the most important stats for dwarves are might and vitality. Vitality is pretty much important for any class. And yeah, so you got 5 of the main stats. So you have fate, will, vitality, agility, and might. Might is increases physical mastery, tactical mastery, block rating, parry rating. Agility increases critical rating, parry rating, and evade rating. Vitality is increases your maximum morale, resistance rating, and non-combat morale regen. Will increases your tactical mastery, tactical mitigation, and resistance rating. And fate increases your critical rating, in-combat morale regen, tactical mitigation, and power regen. Okay, so now we'll finish this quest, equip the old ring, which gives us an extra might. So Dwalin says, mountain springs are always the purest of water, especially in these parts. Something must be causing the water to run foul. Will you explore the source of the river? Perhaps there will be evidence as to what caused the vile plague, because now we don't even know what it is that's making my poor dwarf sick. If we can make the river run clean again, I have hope for the animals and the snows here as well. Maybe Thorin's Hall won't be lost to sickness. So we need to defeat guards of the mountain path and explore the mountainside for the source of the poison. And for this we get a copper band, which gives us an extra vitality. So it's this way. So we'll just loot that. So with the loot, I'll just go through this quickly. So loot with green square behind it. So as you can see, you got like a hide and then a green square just in the background. They are crafting materials. So put that back for. And then the purple ones are basically just rubbish. So they can be sold, or they can be given to in for bounties, which are like quests, and they give you extra gold and extra XP and sometimes reputation as well. So grey items are common items, so pretty much really rubbish items. Then you have green items again. So these are potions. Then you've got ones with white backgrounds, which are one-of-a-kind items, cosmetic items, stuff like that. Ones with blue in the background are account-bound items. Then you have Steel Hammer, which is purple, which is rare. Purple in the background is a rare item. And then you've got these gift boxes, which don't really have much of a background. So yeah, just went through that quickly. So I've just got this path here. So you can move this box around, so say if it's in the way of your map, say if it's there, just move it up to where there's clear space, so you'll be able to see it properly. So yeah. So now, here's the mountain pass. So I just need to kill the guards, and we need to explore the mountainside for the source of the poison. So it's up here. No, it's not up here. Okay, seem to have got a bit lost. I think it's down here actually. Ah, broke my leg. Right, so I need to kill these guards. is up here. So it's up this way. Guys, a bit of a groan there from that dwarf. So keep going this way, and oh, it's another dwarf. Another elf, sorry, not dwarf. A bit tall for a dwarf. So it says, an elf stands atop the mountain path, and he looks very much like Aladan. So this is Elrahir, Eladan's brother.
Those are ill tidings.
So Elrahir says, the dwarves with Dwalin drank from the river water below, you say. That is ill tidings. The creatures here are transformed by plague, and look as if they will die very soon. I came this way to scout for signs of my father's dream, but the grim dwarves here have kept me from getting much farther. Something evil stirs in that cave, can you feel it? So we get 1 silver and 70 copper, and we get the copper band.
I believe there may be hope for the sick dwarves yet.
So we'll just equip the copper band. So, Elrahir says, I believe there may be hope for the sick dwarves, Warwick. When poisons seep into the land, oftentimes the land will strive to heal itself, much as our own bodies will fight infection. If you explore inside the mountain, you might find just such an event. I believe that medicinal plants will grow inside, and those will help to cure the dwarves, but the source of the poison itself is yet to be discovered, though I have my suspicions. I feel a powerful chill when I stand near this entrance to the mountain. I will stand guard here while you explore the cave. So we get 90 copper, and our objectives are to collect healing herbs, and we get to choose another piece of armor. So let's go into the mountainside. Oh, so it seems to be undead in the mountains. So that's that could be where the disease is coming from, the undead. So medicinal herb. There's another one there. Let's kill this dude. Ah, so now we're level 6. So once I finish this quest and I get out of this tunnel, I'll run the trait system through you guys. So this is Whirling Retaliation, a new skill we've just acquired. So this is a bit like Swooping Cut, but is another parry response ability. So it is a AoE skill again, and it's 5 max targets, and the radius is 5 meters. So you whirl to attack enemies in a circle, and it's 14 to 90 common main hand damage. So once we get a parry response now, we can either choose retaliation or one retaliation. We can't choose both of them, we can only choose one. Right, so let's carry on through the tunnels. Pick up that medicinal herb. Bit of a hole in the ground there for people who don't know this area very well. So if we keep going up here, we should be able to find another medicinal healing herb soon enough. Hopefully. Okay, maybe not. Seem to have hit a dead end. Right, let's go back. These tunnels take a long time. Here we go. Right, so just go back down here. And here we go. So which way? We'll go this way. Oh, I've trapped 2 enemies here. Here's another white. Ah, there's one. Then after this, there should be another add-on to this quest. To discover the source of the disease. After we've collected all the medicinal herbs, that should pop up. So pick this up. Examine the cave for what might be causing the blight of Arid Lewin. So that should be